What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Monday morning. Good to see everybody here. JR Fisher here. If you're new to the channel, do me a favor, subscribe. Go down there to that subscribe button. If it's a red button, you got to click it, turn it gray. And today we're going to talk about social media mistakes. Some of us are making some terrible mistakes on social media. I want to talk about that today. Keep in mind, this is an open session. So guys, if you have questions about anything having to do with starting, running, and growing your online business, hey, post them in that chat section. If you're not watching this live, you can post them in the comment section, and then I'll see them there. But man, it's so good to see everybody. I'm so excited to be here today. I'm excited to be alive. I mean, I saw yesterday that one of my favorite comedians and actors died, Bob Saget. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. 65 years old. The guy was 3 years older than me. And he just died. They don't even know why. So, hey, we've got to make use of every single day. Okay. We've got to really make use of it, get something out of it, contribute to other people's lives. I mean, this life thing is not about just getting through it. It's enjoying it, and it's helping other people out, and it's accomplishing things. It's all these things, guys. So very important. But I do want to get down to the business today about this social media thing. You know, they did a survey recently of people, and they asked them the question, has your social media use gone up during the world illness? And 71% of the people said that their social media use has gone up. And that's crazy. I mean, that's crazy that so many people are into social media now, but that means we got to be better at it, right? And don't let this overwhelm you. Don't let this scare you. Don't go, oh my gosh, I can't learn all this. You can learn this stuff. It's not that hard. You just got to know what to do. And that's what I'm going to do in these training sessions, is to share this stuff with you guys. Tyann says that, yeah, it's so sad. Love him. And of course, Betty White. Oh my gosh, I forgot to say anything about Betty White. Truly a legend. I mean, what a cool lady. She didn't even, up until the end, she didn't even want a big funeral or anything like that. I mean, 99 years old. She almost made 100. What a cool lady. She did so much in her lifetime. She was so funny. She was so on top of stuff. I mean, wow. What you know, there's some cool people out there, guys. And you're one of them. Okay. So, you know, as we look up to all these other people, you know, realize that you've got the same greatness inside of you. The only thing that may be preventing you from doing things is fear of, you know, failure, fear of loss. Just ignore that fear, guys, because one day it's all over with, you know? So you might as well do anything you want to do at this point. You might as well do that. I do want to get into the meat of the subject today, but don't feel bad about interrupting me. If you've got a question, if there's something you want to know, if you've got some input that you think is going to be helpful to other people, you know, go ahead and interject it. Put it in that chat section right there. I'd love to hear from you. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell. Turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I go live. Okay, so the first mistake that we're making, this is a pretty big one, and I've been guilty of it too. And it's posting the same content across all channels. Okay, while cross-posting, sharing identical content on our social networks may save you time, it can also make your content appear careless or out of place. So here's why it doesn't work. Users engage with each platform differently. Users seek out different social media channels to fulfill specific needs. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, they're all different. People go there for different reasons. Number one reason people go to YouTube, watch a video. That's not the number one reason they go to Instagram. That's not the number one reason they go to Facebook. For instance, users primarily use LinkedIn to build their professional network, okay? While 66% of Instagram users say Instagram is where they interact with different brands. So, you know, you got to think about this when you're posting. Each platform has its own distinct format. Twitter requires, you know, brief type things with only 280 characters per tweet, while Instagram emphasizes visual content and allows for captions as long as 2,200 characters in the post. Similarly, as Buffer points out, Instagram favors captions with at least 11 hashtags. Twitter posts perform better with no more than 2 hashtags. So depending on what you're doing, you need to alter this stuff. And Facebook posts do best without any hashtags at all. Facebook doesn't like hashtags. Let me get a sip here real quick. So you may have users who follow you on multiple platforms, but they follow you for different reasons. I have a cooking channel I just started. You may want to check it out. It's Restaurant Quality Recipes. But I know that, people on YouTube are going to want to watch a video on how to do a process and make something and cook something. Whereas on Instagram, I need to post some pictures there, right? Because that's what they want to see there, some pictures. So there is a difference, okay? There is a difference. Mistake number 2, you don't have a clear audience in mind. Guys, you're not talking to everybody. Nobody talks to everybody. You have a specific niche, and you've got to target that specific niche, because if you don't, then you're just going to miss out on the entire audience. Okay, so know who you're talking to on social media. It's really a vital component for creating relevant, meaningful content. After all, how you can speak directly to your audience specific needs if you don't know who they are. How are you going to do that? Okay, so what is the predominant age bracket or generation? These are some questions you may want to ask yourself. What location are they at? I know half my audience is in India and half is in the United States, and that's about it. The rest is, 1 or 2%. So that's what I do. What languages do they speak? What cultures do they belong to? When spending power and purchase behaviors do they exhibit? What are they buying? What are their hobbies? What are their interests? What are the subcultures or affiliations they have? What other businesses do they interact with on a regular basis? You can see what those other businesses are doing. What forms of content do they consume or share on their accounts? What challenges or pain points do they need for a solution? What stage of life are they in? Okay, are they students? Are they parents? Are they retirees? I know that my audience is primarily 18 to 24. I don't know why it is. It just is. And then the majority of them after that are 24 to 35. So 18 to 35 is my demographics. It's not 50-year-olds. It's not 40-year-olds. Not that I don't have 80-year-olds that listen to me. I'm just saying that's the majority of my audience. So I kind of speak to them about what you can do and what you can accomplish. Number 3, this is a big one. You don't have a defined social media strategy in place. Small and local businesses represent 65 to 75% of search and social media spend on Google and Facebook. And this is only likely to increase beyond 2022. With all of these networks saturated with brand messages, you can't just toss your content out there and hope that it'll resonate with the right audience. No matter how compelling your brand's message may be, if you don't have a plan to adapt to social media, your content will not deliver the traffic, leads, and conversions that you're looking for. So you've got to really target what you're doing, guys. What a good group here today. And guys, don't forget, and I'm looking at some of the comments here. You got a roast going. Tyann's got a roast going. I happen to know her as Tyann, not Pluckety Chickadee, but that's fine. Do some more trainings, pick up my client in the afternoon. Look at this. She's got her day planned. Would it be beneficial to put our lives on both Facebook and LinkedIn? I don't even use LinkedIn, so I can't speak to that. I know LinkedIn is more of a business networking thing. And if you're trying to, network with businesses, to get a job or to, get more information of your business to people, then I think that's the place to go. It doesn't fit me. And that's the other thing I would say to you guys. Think about the platforms and who they focus on, and does it fit your business? It doesn't fit my business. It doesn't fit my business for, training people how to make money online. It doesn't fit I guess it could, because people are looking for jobs. So maybe it's something I should look at, but it doesn't fit my survival food business either, because I sell survival food. It just doesn't really fit in there. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're supporting your business goals. Okay. You want to make sure you're targeting audiences for your brand. And you want to save time by allowing you to plan a content calendar in advance. So you want to set your brand apart from competitors with better content. Okay. You want to convert social media leads into sales. So that's the point of all this. It's not just to waste your time spending time on social media. You don't want to do that. Okay. Tyan's got another question here. Say on YouTube channel, would you out shout outs to others that are marketing or making content you enjoy? Yeah, I tell you a good thing to do there, Tyan. Don't go to another channel. Let's say you're on YouTube. Don't go to another channel and post in there, hey, I like your content, check out my channel. Don't do that. That looks like just spammy kind of promotion. What you may want to do is actually talk about what they talked about. So let's say somebody came to one of my recipe channels or my recipe channel and said, hey, I liked your chicken and dumplings. That looked really good. I like Cracker Barrel too. Thanks for the video. Then I may be more likely to go and click on that person and look at their channel and see what they're doing. If it's interesting, I'm going to subscribe to their channel. But don't call out that the reason you're putting a comment is you want them to subscribe to your channel or come to your channel or check out your channel. Actually have real interaction. And this has to be done, on an ongoing basis. What I prefer to do is subscribe to a whole bunch of channels that I think are relevant to my channel. Okay. So this channel here, I teach people how to start, run, and grow online businesses. And then once you subscribe, you want to turn on the notifications for those channels so that you will get notified immediately. And that's what I'll tell you to do. Do the same thing with this channel, turn on your notifications, but you'll get notified immediately when they put up a video. Now, the importance of that is that you can get there and comment right away, because on most videos, the comments that are first put on that video are the ones that the channel owner will respond to. I mean, like if I get 400, comments on the video, I can't respond to 400 of them. But if I put up a video today and somebody comments today, I'll probably comment back, and I'm more likely to see who you are. So it's really all about timing. That's not to say you can't go to some older videos and put comments on there, but the real process is find a group of channels that are similar to yours, subscribe to the channels, and then turn on all notifications so that you know exactly when they put up a video. Now, that doesn't mean you're always going to hit it. Maybe you get up at 10 o'clock in the morning and they post a video at 6 a.m. So you're not going to have a chance to really be one of the first people posting. However, if you do that with a lot of channels, you will get some opportunities. And when you do that and you actually comment on the content itself and call out specific content, don't just say, hey, that was a great recipe video. Well, all of my videos are recipe videos on my recipe channel. Or somebody will put on this channel to go, that was a great money-making idea. Well, what exactly was the idea? Okay, I know you're just spamming me right now. So you got to call out specific. In other words, you got to watch the video. You got to put work into this, okay? You do want to try to develop a detailed buyer persona, okay? Which contain the key characteristics and behaviors that you target your audience. This will allow you to actually develop content through the lens of your customer's eyes, as opposed to you just kind of guessing it. You want to have carefully selected calls to action that are logical and easy to understand. So like in my video right here that we're doing right now, this live training that we're doing right now, in the description, there's going to be a link for a free course on how to make money online. So that is a call to action to something that is going to help my listeners, my watchers to get something accomplished. Let me check out some more of your comments in here. Example, Caitlin Doherty makes historical content and mortuary cremation facts as a mortician. Wow, there is a channel for everybody. Just excellent combo of interesting things, and calls subscribers deathlings. I love it. Yeah, that's kind of cool. And you'll find a lot of celebrities, let's say, who is the lady? Lady Gaga. She calls her audience little monsters. So they kind of name their people. I call mine the Fisher family. Which is not nearly as specific as some of that, but that's a really cool idea to do that. I do like that. You also want to have a really optimized landing page experience. So when you do have these call to actions on your social media, when they go there, it should be one thing to do, and it should be the opt-in that you talked about and nothing else. So be very, very, very specific on that. Mistake number 4. This is a big one. Your content is just so-so. It's not great. You really want to have good content. It's been found that 79% of consumers unfollow a business social media profiles if the content no longer interests them, and nearly 67% unfollow a business if the content becomes irrelevant. So you got to make good content, guys. And this being said, I'm going through a course right now of Casey Neistat. If you don't know who Casey Neistat is, you haven't watched much on YouTube. He's one of the biggest YouTubers in the world. But in this course, he walks you through actually, creating, developing an idea and filming videos for YouTube. If you guys are interested in that, I can get you a discount on that course also. It just started, but you can jump into the course. So, send me a message at training@jrfisher.com or something like that. And I'll send you a link where you can get a discount. If you're interested in taking the course, I'm taking it. I think it's pretty darn good. So what some of the things you can do is promote collaboration between the marketing and sales team. Is your sales team talking to your marketing team? Maybe you are the sales and marketing team. You don't have to worry about that. You want to listen to your customers' feedback, study the engagement matrix to determine what your target audience wants to see from you. I know on YouTube, you can go in there and you can see your most viewed videos. Well, if you've got 2 or 3 videos that are getting way more views than anything else, study those videos. What did you say in those videos? What did you do in the videos? What was the message in those videos that really resonated with all those people? You got to ask yourself that. And I love your comments in there, Tyann, and everybody else. Please put your comments in there. Ask me a question. Tell me who you are, where you're from. The one thing I will always tell you guys is that when you participate, when you get involved in one of these live trainings, you're a lot more likely to become successful because you're getting involvement. Involvement is where it all starts, guys. It's not a matter of one day you wake up and you got 1 million followers. You just start getting involved. And the best way to get involved right now, if you're on this right now, is to put a comment in there, some form of comment. Tell me what your weather is. I don't care. Tell me how you're feeling today. Hey, Tyann was telling me she was putting something in a crock pot. That interested me. I cook. I'd kind of like to know what you're cooking too, by the way, Tyann. Tell me about that. But do that. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up too, guys. I do want to interject that in the middle. That's my little self-promotion. I don't sell anything on these videos, but a thumbs up really, really does help. So you want to listen to your customer feedback. I said that. You also want to make the content immersive and experiential. Okay. And that's what I'm learning to do in a couple of videos now. But infographics, you got polls, quizzes, webinars, any other interactive things that draw people in a little bit. You want to build your content around, let's say, newsworthy articles, topical issues, or trends. Now, one thing I did talk about was Bob Saget, and somebody else mentioned Betty White here. But the point of that is you're going to be gone one day too. You're going to be gone. So why not go ahead and put some good content out there? Why not leave something behind? Nobody's going to go, oh, wow, did you check out his bank account? They're not going to do that. Making money we have to do, but they're going to look at what you gave back to the world. Okay. And what are you giving back? That's something interesting. Social media is not only a tool for generating brand awareness and website traffic, but it can also be used for social selling, especially companies that conduct business with other companies. Now, somebody mentioned LinkedIn earlier. LinkedIn is an excellent channel for business to business research, okay? To locate and connect and find people and find the contact people. That's a really good site for that. You can, through LinkedIn, you can target your decision makers. You can research them, find out who they are. You can be on the lookout for unexpected connections, okay? Because people will want to connect with you once they see that you're on that platform. You can use the search feature to target specific leads. You can focus on one clear, realistic call to action if you've got one set up, and you want to do that. And you can also follow up if you don't see, any type of response from the people. You can certainly do that. There's a lot you can do on these social platforms. All right, let's check out what Tyann's got going on. Oh my God, this sounds good. I'm coming over, Tyann. She's got pot roast with celery, carrots, and onions. And that's exactly what you do is you do celery, carrots, and onions. What is that called? That's called a mirepoix, I believe. Celery, carrots, and onions, doused in ranch packets, garlic, salt, pepper, and cumin. I'm coming over. I'm coming over. That's all it is. You need to post your address there. In fact, we're all coming over today, Tyann. So, be ready for the crowd hitting your house. That sounds really good. It really does. Okay. And I'm down to my last mistake, or, the last mistake is you're fatiguing audiences with too much activity. Now, this is a weird one. And I think it really depends on what you're doing. I have a friend who's in essential oils, and she may go live 2 or 3 times a day. And her audience loves it, just loves it. I don't think that would work for my channel 2 or 3 times a day. I just don't. Maybe it would, but you want to make sure that if you're going live a lot, or if you're posting a lot of videos, that it's really good stuff. I think it's hard to overdo good stuff. It's really easy to overdo common, mundane, boring stuff. Okay. If someone follows your brand in social media and they're given a certain expectation to interact with you on a regular basis, a consistent posting schedule is crucial to create maximum exposure to your content. Now, people who follow this channel know that around 10 o'clock in the morning, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I was doing it Monday through Friday. It was just too much. Or actually, it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday this week. But 4 days a week, I'll be live and I'll be talking about stuff that's going to help you out grow your business. However, there's a fine line between creating brand awareness and being so active on social media that it comes across as self-promotional. Now, you can go live a lot and you can upload a lot of videos as long as you're not selling constantly. Selling should be maybe 10 or 20% of what you do. And 80 to 90% should be free content. That's my belief. 42% of users unfollow brands because they excessively publish sales content. So if you're not doing as much sales content, you can get by with going live or posting more videos or doing a lot of that stuff, a whole lot more. Hey, Tyann says, LOL. I guess she's not going to let us come over. Darn, I wanted to come over. Make sure your social media isn't your only channel for promoting your messages. Cross promote on other platforms too. Okay. So that your followers aren't overwhelmed on any single channel. When I say other platforms, I'm talking about texting. I'm talking about videos. I'm talking about email, blogs, all of those things you can use. So this year, 2022 should be your best year. It really should. We are set up to really crush it this year. People are on social media. They're more receptive. They're listening to us more and more and more. There's more people out there on these platform guys. And for us to miss out on that, because 5 years from now, the same opportunities won't be here. They're going to be different. So for you to mess out on that, it's really a shame. Yes, I plan to give lots of tips and things that I would do differently or avoid altogether. I like that. I like that a lot. And you know what? People appreciate that. And I think a lot of people don't give tips or suggestions or training or whatever because they're afraid that somebody's going to disagree with them. They're afraid that somebody's going to say, no, JR, you cooked that recipe wrong. No, JR, on social media, this is what I do, and what you're doing is entirely wrong. And you're always going to have somebody who's going to disagree with you. You can't worry about those people, guys. You can't. You've just got to worry about putting out your best effort, giving good information, helping people out the best you possibly can, and doing that every single day and not letting up. Don't let up. I've been working on this channel, I'd say for 2 years, really kind of hard where I hadn't before. And I've gotten a lot of results. Prior to that, I had the channel for 3 or 4 years. I never got much out of it. And the reason I didn't is because I didn't put a lot into it. And that's a big key, guys. If you're listening right now, say hello. Tell me you're here. Make sure you make your existence known because one day it will be gone. Ask Bob Saget if you could. Ask Betty White if you could. One day your existence will be gone. In his last set, Bob Saget, at the end of the set, he says, oh my God. He says, I've been up here 2 hours. I didn't realize this. I'm paraphrasing, but he says, I've been on stage for 2 hours. I can't believe how long I've been out here on stage. He says, I've just fallen in love with doing this all over again. And that is a big key, guys. fall in love with what you're doing, enjoy what you're doing. That passion will really spill over to your audience. It'll make a huge difference. Make these corrections. I just talked about these 6 corrections in your social media. Do these things, actually implement these things. If you don't remember all of them, go back and watch the video over again. I know it's live at this moment, but at some point it will just be uploaded on my channel. You go back and watch it 10 times if you want. And Tyann says that everyone has different experience. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And I go back to my driving thing, and I'm not 100% on this because I got mad at a guy the other day that cut me off and blew his horn and all this, but understand that everybody's life is a different experience. And because you would do X, Y, or Z doesn't mean they would, because you're basing it on your life experience. They're basing it on yours. So that person that cut me off the other day, maybe they just split up with their significant other. Maybe they just found out they had terminal cancer. Maybe they're just an awful driver and they don't know any better. But the point is, there's a reason for people doing stuff, and for you to react negatively is a waste of time. It's a waste of time. And I got to say, I did react negatively when that person cut me off the other day, but I do my best not to do that. I do my best to be more aware of my situation. If somebody's trying to get in front of me, I just let them get in front of me. Okay. There's no point in getting angry. There's no point in getting upset. There's no point in, you aren't winning. You aren't winning if you get 1 car length ahead of somebody. Think about that. It's a car length. It's not going to really affect your day or time or any of that stuff. So, keep all that stuff in mind. So unless you guys have any other questions or comments, I'm going to wind it down. I don't want to, but I got to, because I got a lot of work to do today. I got a lot of work to do. That's basically what I've got for you guys today. Think about your social media. Realize there's a lot of people out there now. Get involved. If you haven't put a comment yet, it's not too late. As a matter of fact, if this isn't live and you're watching a recording of it, put it in the comment section. I come back and I answer those. I will hit all the comments this morning. I'm going to do that immediately after this. Okay. And I want to talk to you guys. I want to get to know you. I've made a lot of friends on here. I don't know where Paul is today, Tyann. That's kind of weird, but Paul's normally here. Shout out to Paul. He's been around for a number of years with me now. Great guy. Very knowledgeable too. Very knowledgeable. So guys, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate everything you do. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate you. Give me a thumbs up if you haven't done that. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the bell, turn on all bell notifications so that you're notified each and every time I go live. Okay. Each and every time I go live, or if I upload a video. I got a couple more comments. Angel, thank you so much for participating. Angel says, thank you. I appreciate you being in there. Yeah, he is usually in. Yes, he is. I don't know why. Christine, there she is. Thank you so much for commenting. Thanks for reminding me to put my passion for what I'm doing into my posts. Vital. Yes. And you have a really cool thing that you do there. And I won't get into a lot of detail, but she has some really cool stuff. And use my videos to promote your stuff, guys. If you have a channel and you want to put something in there about your channel, about what you do, put it in that chat section. I don't mind you doing it at all. Feel free to do so. And Tyann, who is Plucky Chickadee, is saying hello to Angel. I appreciate you doing that. You guys are interacting. And Angel's saying hello back. That's awesome. Guys, that's what I want. I want you guys to help each other out. People are saying hello to Christine now. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Let people know they're important. Let them know that these other people are important. You may look at them and go, gosh, that seems like a nice person. They seem important. Tell them. They don't know that you think that. They don't know that you care about them. Let them know that you care about them. This is a community on this channel. This channel is a channel to help people start, run, and grow online businesses, but it's also a community where you guys can help each other. So everybody's saying hi to each other now. I really appreciate that. We're heading in the right direction. Thank you so much, guys. I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. I will be here again on Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. I also have videos going up Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Yes, I got to think about my schedule. So you'll be getting live, or not live videos. You'll be getting uploaded videos on top of these other ones I'm doing too. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Love each and every one of you. Don't forget to be kind to one another. I will talk to you later. Thank you so much. Thank you, Angel. Trying to hit that off button. Sometimes